This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
Thrown under the bus.
No. Always live. Always real. Always unpredictable.
I'm not okay with that.
It sounded good when I thought.
Log on and join our live conversation.
I'm in. Tori just won't let it go.
No. DBL starts right now.
3, 2.
Welcome to DBL. It is Monday, April 22nd. We are live and we're talking about what you're talking about right now. I'm here with Stephanie and Brandon. I am Sam. Let's get started. We are learning new details about the deadly Easter attacks in Sri Lanka yesterday. Security forces are on high alert today after a minivan exploded near the site of one of yesterday's bombings. The official death toll in the bombings has risen to 300 with another 500 wounded. Several churches and hotels were targeted by suicide bombers from a militant group. And we're also learning that authorities had been warned about a terrorist plot 2 weeks ago. 24 people have been arrested in connection with the attacks. And among those killed was this 40-year-old Denver man. We are here live in Denver, Dieter Kowalski, who was traveling for work and staying at one of the hotels that was targeted. Absolutely horrific. Stephanie, you spent 2 months in Sri Lanka?
So I was in Sri Lanka in 2016, and I chose to go because it was only a few years previously that tourism was so open to Sri Lanka. It's been a very closed-off country. I can only send my prayers and condolences to the families and the victims involved. This is horrendous. Sadly, as a country, they do not have the resources to cope with this. I pray it doesn't affect their tourism because it will completely destroy the country. It's horrendous, and it just goes to show we are very blessed to live in a place where the government is, I don't want to say, what's the right word I'm looking for, more capable of dealing with these things, and when we get a threat, things are acted upon very quickly. Sadly, this goes to show in third world countries this isn't always the case. It's very, very sad.
Wow, very sad indeed.
Yeah.
Our thoughts and prayers with all of them there. Thank you for sharing that. Well, a female zookeeper is out of intensive care today and is stable, thank God, after she was attacked yesterday by a 7-year-old Sumatran tiger in Topeka, Kansas. The zookeeper was in the same area as the tiger when the attack happened, and a visitor at the park alerted authorities to the attack. Here's what the zoo's director explained this morning on the Today Show.
That person that saw it got word to a different zookeeper who initiated our emergency protocol. Under 10 minutes, other zookeepers here were able to call that tiger into an adjoining holding area. Just amazed that it resolved that way. We could be talking about a much worse story this morning.
Wow, the Topeka Zoo has decided not to euthanize the tiger, thank goodness, as it was human error. And he is one of only 800 Sumatran tigers in existence.
I mean, luckily he's one of 800 because they killed Harambe, you know, and I don't even want to call this an attack. It's a tiger doing what a tiger does. I'm not a big fan of zoos. Sam, I know you can talk about that a lot more, but I'm not a big fan of zoos. It's like, instead of having these animals in captivity, why not just have them, why not research them out in the wild where we get to see them in their natural habitat?
I love that idea. It's just a lot of people, believe me, every zoo, you got to look at each zoo differently because some zoos have a very bad rating. Some zoos have a great rating for conservation efforts as well as taking in animals that would not be able to survive in the wild. But then ideally, yes, Brandon, I would love to see them all be in sanctuaries instead of locked up in cages. But I would recommend to those out there, look at your local zoos. You can definitely look at different organizations that can tell you whether or not this is a great zoo. I mean, that sounds almost ironic to say out loud, but you can do your due diligence and make sure.
I think that the zoo just maybe needs a bit more safety measures in place. The zookeeper apparently should not have been on their own in the enclosure with the tiger in the first place.
Never.
So I do think this is a case of a bit of lack of diligence, and I'm so grateful that they haven't euthanized that tiger.
Me too.
That's the most, and I'm glad also that the zookeeper, they are in hospital, they're out of intensive care. So let's all be very happy about the outcome of the situation. Let it be a big learning lesson to anyone that works in zoos. Seriously.
Well said. Well said. All right, this next story, let me tell you, it has a lot of people seeing red. A lot of nurses are furious right now at a Washington state senator. This is Republican state Senator Maureen Walsh, who was walking back comments she made last week about nurses while debating a bill that would grant them uninterrupted meal and rest breaks. Senator Walsh said nurses, quote, probably play cards cards for a considerable amount of the day. The senator now says she was tired when she made the comment and wishes she hadn't said it. But you better believe there is furious backlash, including this online petition calling on the senator to shadow a local nurse for a 12-hour shift. Amen. And the hashtag nurses don't play cards is trending, with nurses posting pictures like this showing 1 year's worth of flashcards, explaining that these are the cards it takes to learn enough base knowledge to save someone's life. And here's another one. This nurse says, us nurses don't play games. We also don't eat, drink, or pee for 12 hours at a time because we are too busy saving lives. I want to show really quickly, I think we just had the full screen up, so let me address it as it was just up. It was from Z-Dog MD. He's very well known. His name is actually Dr. Zubin Damania, but he's well known on the internet. This is what he says in regard to him as a doctor, what he witnesses with nurses. He says, no nurse I have ever had the pleasure of working with has ever been sitting down with when I interact with them, let alone playing cards. In fact, I can never even find them because they are taking care of patients, titrating drips to keep patients alive, performing CPR before the doctors even arrive, holding patients' hands. The list goes on and on and on. I hope she makes a retraction, Stephanie, because the fact that she's just kind of flippantly saying, oh, I was too tired. Try shadowing a nurse for 12 hours.
I think, more needs to be done about that. I think the fact that she's even commenting on this in that manner is so disrespectful. Teachers and nurses are two careers that you do not mess with. These are people that are influencing our children's lives and taking care of us in our darkest hours of need. Let's be honest, if we have a rough day at work, we're making a TV show. Let's be real here. Yeah. These people are saving lives. They have to go home at night and think about maybe if something's gone wrong that they couldn't control, it'll affect them every single day. It's so disrespectful. Shame on her.
Shame on her. And how come we haven't heard a real retraction from her?
Because I don't think she cares. You know, I don't think she cares about it in the sense where it's like she feels she did something wrong. Because, I mean, her mother, she has said that her mother was a registered nurse.
What?
So maybe her mom was playing cards the entire time.
There's
like, who knows?
Way.
Who absolutely knows? But, Sam, this is how dangerous it is when you have these lawmakers saying these things out in the public for people to hear, and they don't know what they're talking about. We have a platform where if we have to retract, we say something, it's like, all right, it's personal opinion. But this is someone who's voting against a bill or voting for a bill, and it's disrespectful, and we can't have that.
It's just out of touch. I mean, my sister is a nurse. She's been a nurse for over a decade, and I will try and talk to her throughout the day, and guess what? I can't. Yeah. Because like we saw, you know, that in that one tweet, one nurse said they don't even have time to go to the bathroom, let alone pick up the phone, check in on their kids, check in on their family members. They are all about patient care. Yeah. So, what an asinine statement. I hope she retracts it. I really do.
It's ironic. She says I was too tired.
I know. Ironic.
It's
I know.
Ironic,
I know. We love you, nurses. We salute you.
Absolutely.
We love you. We are so grateful for you. All right, moving on to this next story. Say hello to Captain Minnie Mouse. The iconic character is wearing pants for the first time, all part of an effort by Disney Cruise Line to empower girls and young women to become ship captains. And to that end, the cruise line announced a new scholarship for female cadets.
Awesome.
Stephanie. Sophie, I love this. Sophie loves Minnie Mouse, Mickey Mouse, all of the above, and she has these two kind of like paper doll type minis where you can interchange outfits. They're all dresses. I have no problem with that, but can we give her some other options?
I know, I'm glad it's finally happened. It should have been done a long time ago, but good for Disney stepping forwards. And we all know, little Sophie, she's the queen of accessorizing. Let me tell you, she beats anyone.
She does.
And so I'm glad that, you know, she'll see this with a character that she loves and holds dear to her heart. And, you know, we'll see. She might be rocking those little trousers before you know it.
Yes,
she
girl,
loves it.
I don't want to be that guy.
What?
I don't want to be that guy, and I'm not going to mansplain, but the character is Minnie Mouse. Yes. Minnie Mouse has what Minnie Mouse was drawn in her skirt. Why do we have to change the character?
Okay, wait, I understand that.
Does Wonder Woman need to wear blouse pants now?
I understand that if she was always in that same dress, but when you have these accessories that come with the characters when you buy them from the Disney store, so they are Disney sponsored, I literally have a whole slew of wardrobe for Disney's Minnie Mouse, but they're all dresses, different color dresses, why can't there be some slacks
But
in there?
why can't Minnie Mouse drive a boat with a skirt on?
But that's not very practical.
If she wants to.
Okay, but give her options. Can we agree to give her options?
I will agree to give her options, but I'm just saying, like, let's watch out changing all these characters because it's just a skirt.
Brandon.
It's just, I don't.
We're gonna try and get in this last story, Brandon.
Right.
Yeah, we are. I'm gonna save you. Sometimes your work friends become friends in real life, and that is the case for the cast of Saved by the Bell. Zach Morris, aka Mark Paul Gosselaar, posted this picture with Mario Lopez, Tiffany Thiessen, and Elizabeth Berkley, and all their spouses over the weekend. He wrote, "This is what 30 plus years of friendship looks like." Do you think that that'll be us in 30 years, you guys? I hope.
I hope
They look
so.
good.
I was going to say, I hope I look as good as Mario Lopez.
No.
That's not what 30 years of friendship looks like.
What do you mean?
Where's Lark Voorhees and where's Dustin Diamond? That's what 30 years of friendship looks like. They should be in that picture. That's the true
But
testament
Dustin
of 30 years of
Diamond, did you ever watch the reunion? Dustin Diamond, unfortunately, kind of doesn't get along with them.
But that's why you work it out. This is the unofficial reunion. If we're 30 years of friendship, if 30 years from now I see, like, maybe we had a little falling out or something, and I see you guys post a picture and I'm not in that.
You think his feelings are hurt?
But maybe he knew.
absolutely.
Maybe he couldn't make it.
Maybe he doesn't want to be friends with them. Maybe it's amicable. Maybe it's amicable.
If it's amicable, I'm okay with it, but I had a problem.
I
with
like that. Always working it out.
Yeah.
I appreciate
Yeah.
that, Brandon.
Yeah.
You
Screech was the man.
You saved yourself from the Minnie Mouse comments with that one. DBL's Live will bring you breaking news as soon as it happens. Coming up, a popular singer has gone viral after an embarrassing finish to the national anthem. Also, in honor of Earth Day, some easy things you can do to reduce waste and save money when you go shopping. I can't wait to see that. And you, the viewer, are our fifth host. The majority of parents and teachers want kids to learn about climate change. What do you think? Should climate change be taught in schools? We share your comments live coming up next.
Avengers Endgame, about to take over the world. And DBL wants you to get in on the action. Just watch DBL every day for the word of the day. Then on April 25th, one lucky winner will be taking home an Avengers Endgame prize pack. The more words, the more chances to win.
Okay, so don't give it away yet. Okay, guys, Kelly Schubert of the DBL digital team here. I'm tracking all the breaking and trending stories. Happy Monday. I hope you all had a great weekend. I'm going to go to the desk right now because I got to know what Brandon was trying to say about this Minnie Mouse thing.
Okay.
Yeah?
Is that okay?
Hold on, guys. This is a little behind the scenes. Joe's trying to prep them for the next segment, so I'll just chat with you guys a minute until he's done. Okay, Brandon's ready to go. Brandon, what did you mean about Minnie driving a mini with a mini scooter?
This is what I meant with it. Like I look at it like these characters that were drawn a long time ago. Kind of like keep them a little, keep them how they originally made. We can make different little like nuances, different little things to them. I get
But
that.
don't you think they should evolve as we evolve? Or no?
But it's a
character.
Mickey Mouse and Minnie. If that's the case, they should be dead. Them two mouses should be dead by now. If we're
If it's
evolving,
real,
if
I
it's
see what you
real.
mean.
I'm
I
just
see
saying
what
like
you
that's a character. So Wonder Woman. So what's Wonder Woman gonna wear now? Is she gonna change her outfit?
Maybe.
If we're gonna do that, okay, then I'm okay with doing that.
Yeah.
But I'm not
Chris
trying to
Chris has a thought.
I'm
Come on
not
in,
trying to
Chris.
mansplain here or be like women need to be in skirts. You can wear a skirt
No,
and
no,
drive
I
a
know
boat.
that's not what you were trying to say.
Like, I just don't want to be like you.
It was
have
just
to be
funny
a
because you were
block.
like, oh, Minnie could drive the boat in her skirt.
Nick Fury from the Marvel movies was white, and then Samuel Jackson played him in the movies.
No, I get
and
that.
now he's black.
Okay, so we're just talking about skirts on Minnie Mouse.
I know, but we're saying
Being Captain Minnie.
if they're drawn a certain way and they have to be that way, and we can't change certain characters to being black.
But this was, I mean, I get what you're saying. I'm not trying to backtrack or anything. I'm just trying to say, like, I thought that you would be more on board with me.
Well, yeah, you can steer a boat. You can steer a boat in your underwear. It doesn't matter
Thank
what's
you. That's all. That's
what's on your
where
legs.
I'm going with it.
That's
where I'm going.
completely dumb. It doesn't matter.
That's where I'm going.
Wear a skirt.
That's where I'm
Whatever.
going with it, though. Like, I want it to be like, okay, we don't have to change this to tell her, hey, you can ride it. You have to be able to wear. You gotta wear pants to be a captain.
Yeah,
Like, you can be a captain whatever you want
That's
to wear.
true. That's true.
Bam. Thank you, DBL Nation, for staying around for that.
Welcome back to DBL. It is time for Fifth Host when we talk about what you're talking about on Earth Day today. Happy Earth Day, everybody. Let's give the Earth a round of applause. A new poll is out showing that most parents want their kids to learn about climate change at school. The poll is from NPR. More than 80% of parents, regardless of their political affiliation, amen, say teachers should be addressing climate change. And almost 90% of teachers agree. But in reality, only about half actually teach it. So DBL Nation, we want to hear from you. What do you think? Should climate change be taught in schools? Take it away, Brandon.
Here we go. Bobby from Facebook says, how are we already not teaching this in schools? No wonder we have so many people who deny that climate change is real. Agreed. The way you control people is by keeping them uneducated. And I just look at it as you teach this at a young age. You're going to inspire that one kid who in the future changes our world for the better. Educate the kids now.
Ralph from Facebook says schools already teach evolution, which is only a theory. So I imagine in the future they'll be teaching climate change, even though that's also a theory. Sorry, I'm kind of laughing a little bit, Ralph, as I even read that because I just think it's so ignorant. I'm really sorry, but I agree with the 97% of scientists that dedicate their lives every single day in proving that this is the fact. All you have to do is look at all the documentaries that we've mentioned, look at how the ice caps are melting, look at the decline of our rainforests, which we are doing ourselves every single day. We are killing our own planet. The children that are growing up in the next generation need to know about it and know how to change it. Schools need to import this as part of their system every single day. There should be a regular class like science and English as far as I'm concerned.
Amen, Stephanie. Ingrid from Facebook says, if we are going to teach our kids pseudoscience, we should also expose them to religion. Public schools need more religious freedom. Listen, I think this needs to be our priority because without planet Earth, there is no us. And that really is just the fact of it. I'm so impressed with our youth today. If you look at Extinction Rebellion rather, you look at all the protests, they're led by young adults. Teenagers. So our teenagers know that they're not going to be able to have a future. Their children, their grandchildren won't have a future if we don't start protecting our planet. So I just want to say kudos to all the youth out there that are already making a huge difference. I thank you.
All right, and here goes the last comment. Janet from Facebook says, yes, they should teach about the natural and human causes of global warming and solutions. Students should learn how to counteract climate change. Agree. Just think of when you were a kid and they introduced the concept of space to you. What do we automatically want to become? An astronaut. That's until I got introduced to football as well. But this is how we inspire the youth. We get them thinking. We get them active at a young age. And I feel as though we'll find that scientist, male or female, that's going to help change the world. For the better.
Amen. All right. Well, let's move on. Thank you for sharing your comments. Adele, you guys, is sharing some very personal news. Raquel Villanueva has the news at the moment.
Well, Adele has announced she's separating from her husband, Simon Konecki. The two were married for 7 years and have a son together. The news has social media buzzing, and fans noticed one superfan might be interested in the British singer. Immediately after the announcement, NBA star Kevin Durant started following her on Instagram. Now, Adele is the queen of the breakup album, so many fans are speculating her next record is going to be influenced by the split. And they could be right. She has been spotted in the recording studio, and several reports say the album could be released this year.
Wow. That's definitely what's going to happen.
You think so?
Oh, yeah. I mean, Adele...
Life imitates art.
It does. That's what made Adele famous. She was dating a gentleman that was considerably older than her, and he completely broke her heart. And that's what set her songwriting apart, and that's what broke her out into the music scene. She then found love, and she went on hiatus for a while. She backed off. So, you know, Adele is going to be back and kicking.
She went to the boom boom room.
She's not going to be on the shelf for long, let me tell you.
KD, you have a championship to win, bro.
Get it, Kevin Durant. Coming up on DBL, if it seems like going green costs a lot of green, you won't want to miss our shopping trip with ideas that will save you money and, more importantly, the environment. That is coming up next.
Okay, DBL Nation, what's going on? Let's get to some of you guys' comments. Brandy Sprong is writing about a bad experience with a nurse. First and foremost, I have to say I absolutely love our nurses, but we love to read both sides of our comments. Brandy Sprong says, I did have one bad nurse, was in the hospital after surgery and ran out of pain meds for 2 hours. My husband went to find the nurse and she was playing solitaire on a computer. She got in trouble. Kimberly Matusek says, who I met yesterday. She's a lovely lady. Thank you for coming to our Game of Thrones watching party yesterday, Kimberly. She says, that's just so disrespectful of her to say. Nurses deserve all the respect in the world for all they do. Exactly. I mean, right now they have mandated overtime. These ladies, these women and men are working 12-hour shifts. The patient to nurse ratio is out of control. There's a reason why here in Colorado we have a shortage of nurses. While there've been recent ads and commercials where you're hearing about trying to get nurses to enroll in nursing school and nursing programs so we can get more here. I just feel as though this Senator, what was her name? Senator Walsh, she misspoke and it was unfortunate. Welcome back to DBL. Ooh, remix. Today is Earth Day, ladies and gentlemen. Can we get a round of applause for that? That's right. And we are here on the mission to create less waste so you can save a boatload of money while also helping the environment. Our co-host Jeff Schroeder and his wife Jordan are trying to do both of those things. Now, she gave him a list of green items that will help him save some real green. And Al Jackson hit up the Zero Market with Jeff to help make every day Earth Day.
Hey love, Earth Day's coming up. I'm gonna send you a list of things you need to buy. Thank you, bye.
All right, man, so I got my list from Jordan.
Yes, you got our list from Jordan.
Yes.
We're team.
Yeah. All right, so this is like perfect for like lunch. For like, this is an Al serving size.
Yeah, there we go. 3 more of these and we're good to go.
Put it in the basket.
All right, thank you.
Dude, here, this is another thing, food wrap.
We need 2 because I'm getting my own. You're gonna try to steal mine.
And they're cool designs, dude.
This actually goes with some stuff on my desk. I'm trying to color coordinate. Doing a whole thing this season.
What's this stuff, dude? Are those little shot glasses?
This is a menstrual cap. I don't think this is our section, so let's just keep moving.
I think you're right. Let's stick to the list, man.
All right, baby steps.
So now we need toothpaste and toothbrush alternatives, which is right there, man.
Right, literally right in front of us.
I got the toothbrush.
You and the missus, did you get yourself one?
I think there's a couple in here.
Okay, we got
Unless it's just a giant box.
Yes. Oh,
Let's get the big ones. Let's get the big ones.
Okay.
All right, and then we're gonna get, what do you like? Going with peppermint?
Gotta go with the peppermint.
We can't leave here without soap nuts, dude.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say.
Soap nuts. I took the words right out of your mouth.
There we go. Let's open and smell these.
So it's for your laundry, dude.
Yeah.
Let me smell soap nuts.
Whoa. It's very intense.
That's pungent. So we just need to get some cloth napkins, man, and we're done.
All right.
There it is.
Yes. All right, we got it.
This is just like a reusable paper towel. So I think we got everything on the list. Let me double check. Cloth napkins was the last thing.
Let's go. Wait.
Oh, but dude, they got some cool tees, huh?
Dude, look at this tee. Male support. I need There we go. Listen, I'm not too proud. You know, I'm a man of a certain age. Well, male support promotes vitality, energy, stamina. I don't think they're talking about running. We need this.
All right, put the whole thing in there.
There we go. We're gonna take that.
Nice. Now we're ready.
Now we're ready. I think they're gonna kick us out if we don't check out. Let's go.
Let's go. Thank you. All right, man. So I got everything on my list. Jordan will be happy, man.
And Sam, our co-host, is gonna be so proud of me. We did it.
Absolutely. Happy Earth Day, buddy.
Note to self, get some man support tea and soap nuts. Oh, we'll be right back.
Promotional consideration.
I'm Abby, aka Modern Yenta on Instagram, and I'm here to give you guys some dating tips. We're going to be talking about some terms that millennials use, but that you need to know if you've been in the dating game for a while or if you're just getting back into it. First one is catfishing. We've all heard of the MTV show Catfish, and that's kind of where this term comes from. It's when someone pretends to be someone they're not online through an app or something else, some other way to meet people, and then maybe when you meet them, they're totally not what you think. So they're like this online, and then when you meet them, they're like this. So if you get catfished, well, I'm sorry it happened, but there are a couple things you could do to prevent it. If someone is, reluctant to meet up, maybe they have excuses every time you want to FaceTime and they only want to talk on the phone, that could be a red flag. Have you heard of breadcrumbing? I just learned this one too, and it's kind of weird. It's when you send flirty text messages, but you don't actually want to meet up with the person. So maybe someone sends me, hey, you look great in that pink shirt, but they don't want to grab a drink with me, coffee, or anything. So it's kind of an interesting one. If this happens, probably just, stop responding to that one. Have you ever had anyone just disappear and stop responding to messages? Well, that's called ghosting. And it's probably happened to all of us with a friend, a significant other, someone that you've been dating. They just, out of nowhere, stop talking with no warning, no signs or anything. And I always say ghosting is a big no. Because people are trying to avoid a situation. If you feel like you just don't want to talk to the person anymore, just tell them, hey, I'm not interested, I didn't feel a romantic connection, but don't just ghost. That's just rude. Now, sometimes a ghoster can come back from the dead. Let's say they ghost you, you don't hear from them, and then 2 months later they say, hey, you up? That's called a zombie, or as a verb, zombieing. So they're literally coming back from the dead as a ghost, and now they want to talk to you again. Also, not a good look. If you ghosted in the first place and now you're back, or you just, what are you doing? Kick them to the curb. Okay, last but not least, this one is literally the worst. It's called cloaking. And everyone, men, women, watch out for this. Basically, you stand someone up, it's happened to the best of us, even me, or you get stood up, and then that person blocks you on everything. Facebook, Instagram, Tinder, Match, OkCupid, you name it, they are gone. You could also consider this ghosting. They're kind of one and the same, just one more extreme. So now you're all caught up on these millennial dating terms of today, and dating in 2019 can be crazy. So if you're just getting back into the dating game or you're just starting to use apps, let me know, send me a message at Maureen Walsh, and I will get back to you.
The Avengers Endgame word of the day is stark.
Ooh, welcome back to DBL. The Stanley Cup playoffs continue this weekend, but you might be surprised what's trending online. Gavin DeGraw sang a flawless performance of the national anthem to kick off a game, but after finishing the final note, he hits the ice. DeGraw's fine, so naturally the clip has gone viral with people unable to stop watching this epic fall.
Oh,
I know, but why do we love a fall?
We do.
I do. I gotta be honest. If I know they're okay, I love me a good fall.
What would you do if that happened to you? Like, how do you play that off?
Oh, look what it did for Jennifer Lawrence. I think it makes them more like human-like.
Yeah, definitely. It's lovable. It happens to the best of us, doesn't it?
I just love him more now.
Down goes Frazier.
We'll see you same time, same place tomorrow. I have no idea what that meant. What does that mean?
When Muhammad Ali